hello. So a little bit different angle. There's a plant tendril in front of my face. We may have to turn him a little bit. Come on, buddy. Okay. All right, you're gonna be difficult. Okay. All right. So I thought I would show you all the things that Michael and I got at the Antique Gallery of Houston on Saturday. Today is Monday. We are not over-caffeinated, if you can believe that. We went to the antique mall. I didn't find a ton of stuff, as you saw. Well, we found a ton of stuff, but we didn't find a ton of stuff that we felt like would do well in the Etsy shop or that we felt we needed. I can always find something I need. That is not a problem. I was being very well disciplined. I'm much more disciplined when I'm with my husband than when I'm with just myself. We got 2 little blue and white bowls. This one is so beautiful. You can see it's a larger brush stroke, but very symmetrical. It's a little bit smaller than the other one, plain on the back. I had to stop for a minute because I needed to use my phone to Google Lens this. This is most likely Mexican pottery. I was looking up the back and it was coming back to Spanish, it was coming back to Colombian, but ultimately I think it's Mexican. I'm in love with it. I think the color is beautiful and it's heavy duty. I think you could probably safely put this in the dishwasher. I think it would be great for obviously salsa. It would be great for a little jewelry dish. You could do a little flower frog in the bottom like this, and you could make a really lovely like kind of ikebana style floral arrangement like so, with more flowers obviously. But this would just be beautiful just sitting out. It'd be a good little nut bowl. It'd be a good little small snack. Anyway, I think that's super cute. The next one is more of a chinoiserie style. And it's got the beautiful blue and white, obviously. It's got this nice little like ticking mark, brush strokes on the outside. And then the inside has a raised section in the ceramic, and then there's a little pink hand-painted, what is that? Is that like a carnation, a rose, a little camellia? I just thought that was such a nice little detail. This one's a little bit larger than this one. This one would be a hand wash. It's thinner, it has a little bit of brown around the edge. This would be also a great little catch-all. This one, because it is decorated on the outside, it would also look really nice just sitting out. I love the shine on both of these. They're both in really amazing shape. That's ADHD, knocking into things. At least that's my excuse. Here's another ADHD thing. Sitting like a troll. I'm always sitting like a troll. Even in my haul videos. Why can't we sit like a normal human being? Not the point. It's okay. We don't need to worry about it. Then we went to a Goodwill that's in Spring. It's the Goodwill on 29, 20, and 45. I hadn't been there before. Anytime I go to a new Goodwill, I like to go with the husband. Just makes me feel more comfortable. I'm a little insecure. And it was actually really nice. They didn't have a ton of stuff, but I did come home with some good treasure. So I really didn't get to film with my voice in there because they were playing music. So you may have seen that I found these Blenko Bowls. They're heavy. They kind of look like a flower. Kind of look like when a water droplet hits the surface of the water and it splashes back up. That's kind of what this reminds me of. I think they're called lotus bowls. So they kind of look like the lotus flower of a lily pad. I think they're really, really sweet. They're very thick. I think you could very safely dishwasher these. These would also be great catch-all bowls. They would be really nice dessert bowls, little nut bowls. Put olives in them. You could have like a bunch of different types of little appetizer nibbles and just have them all in these little bowls around. There's 6 of them. They're all in perfect condition. I looked at every single one. That's another pro tip if you're thrifting, is don't just pick up the stack and leave. Look at every single one first, so that you know that they're all really in good condition. First I found 3 and I was like, do I really want to get 3? Oh, I'll just get 2. And I don't want to leave one behind. He needs his friends. So I was like, okay, I'll just get the 3. Maybe I'll keep one. Then we walked on to another aisle and I found the other 3. Like, what the heck? That never happens for me. Blenko is a mid-century company that is still in business, and they make these kind of hand blown, I think they're really actually pressed glass. When you hand blow stuff, there's always a little blob on the bottom for where they break it off of the pipe. And so I think these are probably pressed glass, but they have that hand blown look and feel to them. They always have these really neat textures. They do really cool shapes. My grandmother has her favorite glasses that she owns are Blenko. They have these little dimples in the sides, and they were her mother's. I helped her find more of them. So I kind of know a little bit about Blenko. And then the last find was this Romanian crystal hand-painted pitcher. And if you saw my very first video, you'll remember there was a pitcher similar to this, also crystal, also Romanian, also hand-painted, but this one has gold on it, and you can actually feel the painting. It's in pretty good condition. I actually have sold another one exactly like this. It was my very first sale for the Etsy store, and so I wanted to get this again, because anytime you can find something that is this, like if you've already sold it before, it's just, you can post that listing instantly. I will update the pictures after I get this clean because it is grody. So I will clean this. It's exactly the same, and it is in the same condition. I was really excited to find this. Hopefully we sell another one. Yeah, it's just really, really dirty. So for this, I will hand wash it. You do not want to run this through the dishwasher. When I'm cleaning glassware, sometimes I'll just use an rubbing alcohol wipe or some rubbing alcohol spray and wipe it down, or sometimes I'll even use Windex because it's glass. For this, I don't want to use any harsh chemicals because I don't want to accidentally damage the paint, especially the gold. So I'm just gonna put this in my sink with some warmish hot water and some dish soap, and I am gonna let it soak for a little while. You should be safe to wash this by hand and to use it. Be very careful with the finish because she's special. She's real pretty, but she's special. I like the little fruit. Imagine all the margaritas you can have in this. It's huge. It's amazing. So many margaritas. You need it. So I'm gonna go wash my hands, and because that was sticky, it will not be sticky when one of you buys it, I promise. Hope you enjoyed this thrift video and haul, and all these pieces either will be available to you by the time you see this video or very, very soon. If you have any questions about any of them specifically, just leave me a comment down below. Please go check out the shop. The link is in the bio or the description or whatever it's called. And yeah, we are just having loads of fun here. We are trying to upload every Saturday, and so far so good. And I love you all, and thank you for following our journey, and I'm gonna get off this now. Goodbye.